Another weekend has passed and another Premier League match week has ended, and we saw some incredible games. There's so many things to talk about: results, goals, red card, and a sacking already in the Premier League. And it's time we take a look at this weekend's Premier League action. Today, I've got 10 things we learned this Premier League weekend, match week 4. If you did miss my Champions League preview yesterday, there will be a link in the description. If you do go on to enjoy today's video, make sure you go ahead and click that like button, subscribe if you are new to the channel, and make sure also click on that bell button so you can be a part of the notification squad. Number 10, Dybala out, Hodgson in. Roy Hodgson will be making his return to the Premier League. Crystal Palace, after 4 games, have already decided to sack Dybala. Palace have had the worst start to the season possible. After 4 games, they haven't looked like an attacking threat on goal. They haven't scored a goal yet, and they have not even picked up a point. Roy Hodgson will be the head manager now at Crystal Palace, and to be honest, that isn't really going to solve the issue. I feel as though it's the team, not necessarily the manager. In my opinion, Hodgson isn't going to change much at Palace, and Palace are really just going to stay the same. And after a shocking start to the Premier League season, Palace look like they are just going to go down at the end of the season. Number 9. 0 goals, 0 points. And we're still talking about Crystal Palace. Palace played quite well against Burnley in this game, but yet again they suffered a loss, a 1-0 loss at Turf Moor against Burnley. Chris Wood's second goal in as many games came as he curled past an onrushing goalkeeper on 3 minutes after a shocking back pass from the Palace man. But Palace played well in the second half, and they should have got at least 1 goal. In the second half, Benteke was denied. Scott Dan also had a chance for himself to make it 1-1 and get Palace's first goal for the season when his effort was cleared off the line and headed wide from a few yards out. Number 8. City's domination. Manchester City handed Jurgen Klopp his heaviest defeat in the Premier League, beating a 10-man Liverpool 5-0 at the Etihad Stadium. After 24 minutes, Sergio Agüero did put Manchester City 1-0 in the lead after it was a brilliant through ball from Kevin De Bruyne. Sadio Mane was sent off for a serious foul, kicking Ederson in the face when chasing a through ball after 37 minutes. And when Mane did receive the red card, Liverpool went down to 10 men. It was all Manchester City. In the 6th minute of first half stoppage time, an unmarked Gabriel Jesus headed in De Bruyne's cross. Jesus made it 3-0 on 53 minutes when Sergio Agüero was through on goal. He played an easy ball to Jesus, who finished it, and Leroy Sané came on to score 2 goals in the later stages of the game. The first was an easy 1-2 with Benjamin Mendy, and his second goal and the 5th for Manchester City was an incredible outside of the area finish into the top corner. It was brilliant. Number 7. Mane's red card. I mentioned it just previously, Mane received a red card. It was a serious foul on the Manchester City goalkeeper Ederson. He kicked him straight in the face, studs up. He received the red card, and there were many pundits going over the actual situation. But some pundits were saying Mane was going for the ball and his intention wasn't to actually kick Ederson. That is why he should have maybe received the yellow. But in my opinion, it was a straight red card, even though his intent was for the ball. But he did kick his face, and that is why the red card was rightfully given to Sadio Mane. Number 6. Back to winning ways. Arsenal returned to winning ways when they defeated Bournemouth 3-0 at the Emirates. After 2 defeats in a row, the team not playing well and the fans being furious, Arsenal hit back well with the 3-0 win. They got off to a great start when Danny Welbeck bundled home Kolasinac's cross after 6 minutes. Welbeck was involved in the second, setting up Alexander Lacazette's curl into the top corner in the 27th minute. And moments after Jermaine Defoe hit the post with a header, Arsenal got their third after the break. The third came through Aaron Ramsey, setting free Danny Welbeck on the left, and he finished into the far corner. Bournemouth also had a chance in the later stage of this game, Peter Cech tipping over a header, but Bournemouth rarely threatened to actually get past Peter Cech, so it was a 3-0 win for Arsenal. Number 5. Spurs domination at Goodison. Harry Kane's 100th goal for Tottenham Hotspur helped them to a dominant 3-0 victory at Everton. It's not August anymore, which means now Harry Kane can score in the Premier League. The striker claimed his first goal for the season on 28 minutes after he was let free on the right hand side of the pitch, and it was an incredible looping goal over Jordan Pickford. Spurs took control just before halftime when Christian Eriksen fired a second on the rebound from Ben Davies' shot, and Kane added his second less than a minute after the break, netting Davies' cross to pick up a 3-0 win for Spurs. Pochettino's side climbing to 5th while Everton are down in 15th. Number 4. Chelsea continue their good form. I remember back in match week 1 when I reviewed the Premier League and Chelsea lost 3-2 to Burnley. There was a huge question mark over the side and Antonio Conte. Will they be able to go back to back, win the Premier League, or will they have another shambles season like they did have 2 seasons ago after they did win the Premier League? But it looks like all is well at Chelsea. They picked up a 2-1 win over Leicester City away at the King Power Stadium. And it's Alvaro Morata. What a signing it has been for Chelsea already this season. They took the lead after 41 minutes as Morata netted his 3rd goal of the season with his head from Azpilicueta's cross. In the 50th minute, N'Golo Kante picked up a goal for himself, scoring against his former side. But there was some late drama as Jamie Vardy scored a penalty to make it 2-1, but Chelsea held on to pick up another win this season. Number 3. Watford record a win. Watford picked up a really impressive 2-0 win over Southampton at St Mary's Stadium. The result lifts the Hornets to 4th and extends their unbeaten start to the season. The Cure scored on 38 minutes and Janmat made sure of the point when an equally stunning goal on 66 minutes was scored from Tom Cleverley's pass. It means Watford have 2 wins, 2 draws from their 4 games, while Southampton are in 10th after losing their unbeaten start to the season. Number 2. Manchester United drop points. Manchester United heading into their game against Stoke City had an unbelievable record. 3 games, 3 wins, 10 goals, none conceded, and was sitting at the top of the table very comfortably. But it was Cheapo Moting who scored twice as Stoke City ended Manchester United's 100% start to the season. It was Stoke City who picked up the first goal on 43 minutes at the Bet365 Stadium, converting Diouf's cross for the first goal United had conceded in the 2017-18 season. But Marcus Rashford immediately equalised, deflecting in Paul Pogba's header. After the break, it was Romelu Lukaku who scored to make it 2-1 with his 4th goal of the campaign already. His initial shot was saved from Jack Butland, but the rebound did fall to him and he did score. But it was Stoke City's turn to reply as moments after David De Gea's heroics had denied Hesse, it was Cheapo Moting who headed in Shaqiri's cross. And United had a few other chances after that. Butland's stoppage time save and Kurt Zouma's header kept United to a point. Lukaku also had a 1-on-1 chance which he did put wide, but the game does end in a 2-2 draw, leaving United unbeaten this season. And number 1, West Ham's first win this season. West Ham United finally picked up their first points of the season and ended Huddersfield Town's unbeaten start to the Premier League season with a 2-0 win at London Stadium. Chicharito had hit the bar in the first half, but it took until the 72nd minute for West Ham to score. Ayew passed to Obiang, who shot from distance deflected in, and it quickly became 2-0 as substitute Ayew reacted quickest when Aaron Cresswell's corner took a touch off Fonte. Tom Ince hit the bar for Huddersfield, who pushed late on, but West Ham United stayed strong to pick up their first 3 points of the season. Take a look at the Premier League results from this past weekend. Manchester City recorded a 5-0 win over Liverpool. Watford picked up a 2-0 win over Southampton. Chelsea escaped the King Power Stadium with a 2-1 win. Spurs with a dominating win over Everton 3-0 at Goodison Park. Brighton and Hove Albion picked up their first win of the season with a 3-1 win over West Brom. Arsenal picked up a 3-0 win over Bournemouth. Manchester United were held to a 2-2 draw away to Stoke. Burnley picked up a 1-0 win over Palace. Newcastle United defeated Swansea 1-0 and West Ham United picked up their first win of the season with a 2-0 win over Huddersfield. And we take a look at the Premier League table before we do end off today's video. Manchester United are still in first spot. United sit in first, but they are on level points with Manchester City. They are ahead by +2 goal difference. In third is Chelsea with Watford sitting in fourth. In mid-table we've got West Brom, Newcastle, Arsenal. And down in the relegation zone in last, we've got Crystal Palace, Bournemouth, and West Ham United still find themselves in the relegation zone. And that is the 10 things we learned this Premier League weekend, Match Week 4. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you go ahead and click that like button, subscribe if you are new to the channel, and I'll see you all on my next video.